Alright, so here's the setup I have with the alternator. I've hooked up the alternator to my dyno, right? It's got the alternator, put a little tension bracket on it here. I'll come on this side so I don't get a... Alright, so I got a little tension bracket here so I can tension the chain. I've got the alternator mounted quite solidly. I've got my three-phase. I've gone to my controller. I've got my little tester here so I can turn the volume on, or the RPM up, and that. So far so good. I have two batteries. I put them in series. These are my jumper cables. I just disconnected it. On my controller, I've got my loop going into here. I got a little water pump from Amazon. So it draws in water from here, comes through here, goes through here, loops through my controller, goes in. Didn't really need it. This doesn't get hot at all. It's a matter of, it's lukewarm, not even warm, it's cool. It leaks a little bit here, so I got a puddle of water. That seems to cool it enough. I got my switch, which doesn't do anything. And then this was just hooked up to a 12-volt DC motor. And everything worked. Worked quite well. I might as well turn it on here, so just let me hook it up and I'll turn it on for you. Okay, so I got the batteries connected in series. So I've got negative goes to my controller. I got two jumpers here. That's why I got the lights tape on them, just so I know that these are jumpers. So that's the positive going to negative, and then this positive goes back to my controller. So let's crank this up. And it spins up real easy, no problem at all. Over here, we can see what the results look like. What I'll do is I'll just start a test. So I go to power run, give it a file name, October 3, that's right. And then I'll start the run. Oops, something broke. Oh, looks like the gear came off. Too much torque. Alright, so I have to put that back on. Got the gear back on, and interesting is that this shaft is quite magnetic. Right, because I got the magnetic field on, so the shaft is quite magnetic. Let's see if you can see that better. Alright, so let's try this again. Okay, this will probably crash here, so I'll reset this, come back. There's a torque curve. There's a curve. Let's go to analysis. There's my cursor. There it is. And that's what we see. So we get maximum horsepower, almost 1 horsepower at 1 second, and maximum torque 10.4. Pretty good. I guess it was slipping before. All right. Alright, so let's take a look at the results that we got. So at about 1.04 seconds, we got a peak horsepower of 0.932, so almost 1 horsepower. So there's always loss in this system, so we're going to say it's 1 horsepower that we got out of this. We got 10.4 foot-pounds of torque. That's pretty good. The maximum RPM was 3,876 RPM. Now if we take a look at how much current we're running, 1 horsepower is roughly 750 watts. If we're providing it roughly 25 volts, so 750 to divide 25, we're running only about 30 amps into this. So obviously we're nowhere near the capabilities of this controller or the alternator at all. Alternator is rated for 120 amps, the controller is rated for 150. So this controller, the maximum voltage you can put in, we're right at the maximum right now, 25 volts. We need a controller that can do 48 volts, and then we'd end up with 2 horsepower, I guess. So that's about it for converting an alternator to an electric motor, 3-phase motor, and seeing what it can do. We can get about 1 horsepower, lots of torque out of it. Thank you very much. Bye.